Rare earth elements are a group of 17 metals found in the Earth's crust. They have names like neodymium, lanthanum, and dysprosium. These metals are not actually rare, but, they're just hard to find in large amounts. They're often mixed in with other rocks, which makes mining and separating them pretty difficult. Rare earths are super important for modern technology. They help make powerful magnets, bright screens, and small batteries. Without them, a lot of the devices people use every day just wouldn't work as well. This includes things like smartphones, computers, and electric cars. Even though they're used in tiny amounts, rare earths make a big difference. They help improve the performance and efficiency of many products. Because of all this, rare earths are needed in many industries around the world. The United States depends on rare earth elements for a wide range of critical reasons. These unique minerals are the backbone of modern technology and play a vital role in keeping the country's industries running smoothly. Without them, many of the things we take for granted every day would simply not be possible. Factories across the nation rely on rare earths to build high-tech goods, from smartphones and computers to advanced batteries and electric vehicles. These elements are essential for producing the tiny, powerful magnets and components that make our devices faster, lighter, and more efficient. These goods include everything from massive wind turbines that generate clean energy to life-saving medical machines, like MRI scanners, and even the solar panels that help power our homes and businesses. Rare earths are at the heart of innovation in renewable energy and healthcare technology. Rare earths are also absolutely crucial for national security. They're needed for smart weapons, advanced radar systems, and military vehicles. The U.S. military depends on these materials to maintain its technological edge and keep the country safe. Many American companies simply can't operate without a steady, reliable supply of rare earths. These materials are the foundation of countless products, and losing access to them would disrupt entire industries. If companies don't have enough rare earths, they can't make important products. This means production lines could grind to a halt, shelves could go empty, and consumers might not be able to get the technology they need. This can slow down the economy, lead to job losses, and honestly, make life much harder for both businesses and workers. The ripple effects can be felt across the entire country, from small towns to major cities. Rare earths are not easily replaced by other materials. Their unique properties make them irreplaceable in many high-tech applications, and finding alternatives is often expensive or impossible. If manufacturers can't get rare earths, they can't just switch to something else. This creates a major vulnerability in the supply chain, making it difficult to keep up with demand and stay competitive globally. This is why having access to rare earths is so important for the United States. It's not just about technology, it's about economic security, national defense, and maintaining a strong position in the world. Because of their importance, the United States really has to think carefully about how to secure rare earth supplies. This means investing in domestic mining, building strategic reserves, and working with allies to ensure a stable supply. If something goes wrong, like losing access to rare earths due to trade disputes, natural disasters, or geopolitical tensions, it could cause some pretty big problems. That's why securing these resources is a top priority for the nation's future. China is not just the world's largest producer of rare earth elements, it is the undisputed giant in this field. Rare earths are a group of 17 metallic elements that are crucial for making everything from smartphones and electric vehicles to advanced military technology and renewable energy systems. These elements might sound obscure, but they are absolutely essential for modern life. In fact, China controls more than 60% of global rare earth mining, a staggering share that puts it far ahead of any other nation. This dominance didn't happen overnight. It's the result of decades of investment and strategic planning. But mining is only part of the story. China also controls more than 85% of the world's rare earth processing capacity. This means that even if rare earths are mined elsewhere, they often have to be sent to China to be refined into usable materials for manufacturing. No other country even comes close to matching China's scale or efficiency in this industry. The gap is so wide that most nations are heavily dependent on China for their rare earth needs. This level of control gives China enormous leverage on the global stage. It can influence prices, dictate supply, and even use rare earths as a bargaining chip in international negotiations. Most of the world's rare earths travel through Chinese factories before reaching manufacturers in other countries. Whether it's a smartphone in Europe or a wind turbine in the United States, chances are the rare earths inside pass through China. If China ever decides to restrict or stop selling rare earths, the impact would be immediate and severe. Many countries, including the United States, Japan, and those in Europe, could face shortages that would disrupt entire industries, from electronics to defense. The United States once produced a significant amount of rare earths, but over time most American mines closed down. This was due to a combination of high costs, strict environmental regulations, and competition from cheaper Chinese production. Mining and processing rare earths are not only expensive, but also pose serious environmental risks. Toxic waste, water pollution, and habitat destruction are common problems, making it difficult for countries with strict environmental laws to compete. China's lower labor costs, less stringent environmental regulations, and strong government support have allowed it to dominate the global market. The Chinese government has made rare earths a strategic priority, investing heavily to ensure control over the entire supply chain. Now, if China were to block rare earth exports, many countries would struggle to find alternative sources quickly. Setting up new mines and processing plants takes years and requires massive investment. This makes China's control over rare earths a significant risk for the United States and the world. As technology advances and demand for rare earths grows, the world's dependence on China is becoming an urgent issue that governments and industries can no longer ignore. Rare earths are hidden in so many everyday products, quietly powering the technology we rely on without us even realizing it. These elements are essential building blocks in the devices that have become part of our daily routines. If you use a smartphone, watch TV, or even listen to music on wireless headphones, or drive an electric car, you're benefiting from the unique properties of rare earth elements. From the vivid colors on your television screen to the crisp sound in your earbuds. Rare earths are at work behind the scenes, making modern life possible. These metals help make screens brighter, colors more vibrant, and batteries last longer, so your devices stay powered up throughout the day. Rare earths are also really important for green technology. Wind turbines, for example, rely on powerful magnets made from rare earths to efficiently generate electricity from the wind, and solar panels use them to convert sunlight into clean, renewable energy, helping to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels and lower carbon emissions. Electric cars need rare earth magnets for their motors. Without these elements, electric vehicles would be heavier, less efficient, and more expensive to produce. Building a cleaner future is just a lot harder without rare earths. They're the backbone of renewable energy infrastructure, making it possible to transition to a more sustainable world. The military also needs rare earths for advanced defense systems. These elements are critical for the performance and reliability of modern military technology. They're used in jet engines, guided missiles, night vision goggles, and advanced communication systems, giving armed forces a technological edge. Rare earths make these systems more powerful, precise, and dependable, which is vital for national defense and security. Losing access to these materials could hurt national security and disrupt the supply chains that keep our economy and military running. Because they're so important, rare earths are sometimes called the vitamins of modern industry. Just like vitamins are essential for our health, rare earths are essential for the health of our technology. Even small shortages can cause big problems for a lot of products, leading to delays, higher costs, and uncertainty for businesses and consumers alike. That's why securing a steady supply of rare earths is so crucial for our future. If China blocks rare earth exports to the United States, the effects would be felt pretty quickly. Companies would struggle to get the materials they need, and some factories might have to slow down, or even stop production for a while. Prices for rare earths would rise, making electronics, cars, and other goods more expensive. Folks in the United States might notice higher prices for their favorite products, or even find that some items are just hard to find at all. The military could also face problems, since without rare earths, it would be tough to make parts for planes, missiles, and other defense equipment. This could weaken the United States' ability to protect itself. Overall, a sudden stop in rare earth supplies would send shockwaves through the economy. Companies, workers, and consumers would all feel the impact. American companies would need to act quickly, Some might try to find new suppliers in other countries, such as Australia or Canada. But, these countries just do not produce as much as China, so supplies would still be limited. Other companies might try to design products that use less rare earth material. They could also look for alternative materials, though these may not work as well. This process takes time and can be costly. Some businesses might turn to recycling old products. They could take apart old phones and computers to recover rare earths. However, current recycling methods are slow and not very efficient. In the short term, many companies would struggle. They would need government help and new ideas to keep making the things people need. The United States government would need to help solve the problem. It could invest in new rare earth mines inside the country. This would create jobs and make the United States less dependent on China. The government could also support research into new ways to recycle rare earths. Scientists could be given money to find better, faster methods. This would help companies use recycled materials instead of always needing new ones. In addition, the government might work with other countries to build a secure supply chain. By partnering with allies, the United States could share resources and technology. This would make it harder for any one country to control the global supply. Government action is important because the rare earth problem affects national security and the economy. Strong leadership can help find solutions. One way to solve the rare earth problem is recycling. Old electronics and batteries contain valuable rare earth metals. If people recycle more, the United States can use these materials again and again. Finding new sources is another answer. The United States could open old mines or search for new ones. This is not easy because honestly, mining rare earths can hurt the environment and take a long time to start. Scientists are also working on alternatives. They are trying to make magnets and batteries that do not need rare earths. If they succeed, the world will need fewer rare earth elements in the future. These solutions are not simple or quick, but with teamwork and new ideas, the United States can become less dependent on China's rare earth supply. Rare earth elements are small but powerful. They help build the modern world. The United States needs a steady supply to keep its economy and military strong. China controls most of the world's rare earths. If China blocks exports, it would cause big problems for American companies, workers, and consumers. Products would become more expensive and harder to find. The United States can respond by recycling, finding new sources, and inventing new technology. This will take time, money, and strong leadership. But with hard work and creative thinking, the country can overcome the rare earth challenge and build a safer, more secure future.